Today's video is going to show you how the in-ground worm composters worked. I planted them into our ground 1 month ago, 2 different types. And today I'm going to open them up, I'm going to dig through them, and I'm going to look to see if any worms came into these bins and started to compost our kitchen scraps. So we will find out in a few minutes. I will walk over to the composters and let's dig in and see what's going on in there. Here is the first worm bin, in-ground worm bin that I started. So let's see what's in here. It's been 1 month. I see lots of ants crawling around, which I suspected. Okay. Lots and lots of ants. So I'm going to dig in here and I'm going to see if I can find any worms. Nope. I don't see any worms. I see a lot of ants. Mud, pretty much. It is breaking down. Oh my God, there's worm. I see. Oh, yuck. Ooh, there are maggots in here. There are maggots. It's wet. Lots of maggots and ants. Ugh. Yuck. Okay. I would say this is pretty bad. I mean, I'm not seeing any earthworms. I'm seeing a lot of maggots and ants. And it's very, very wet in here. Okay, so I'm going to bring you in closer so you can see what I'm seeing. So if you can see this, what's going on in this worm bin, there's lots of ants. And if I don't know if you can see the maggots on the side. There you go. You should be able to see the maggots. So, no earthworms. No earthworms at all. So, I would say that this is a fail. Even my worms that I have, my compost worms, you know, I could put some in here, but they would not be happy with this environment. I think what I need to do right now is to put I might put some shredded paper in here to soak up the moisture. I need to really soak up the moisture here. There was a lot of greens, not enough browns. So I think that's what I'm going to do next. So the problem with this bin is I added green materials, which is my kitchen scraps, my coffee grounds. I did not add brown. We have soil around here. I have been sprinkling water on it, so it's overly moist right now. It's pretty rotted. The maggots have gotten into it. There's some ants, but not a lot. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add, I don't want to dig all the way down to see if there's any earthworms in here. It's a pretty disgusting thing, but I'm going to go ahead right now and I'm going to add a lot of what we would call brown. So I'm going to fill this up with my shredded paper. I'm just going to shred it up. I'm going to add that in here. I am going to stop adding any water to this. I'm going to kind of dig it around. My goal right now is to get this, all the water sucked out of here and absorbed. Once it's dried up, the maggots will go away. I'm not going to add any more green waste. I'm just going to leave it for another couple months. I mean, not couple months, sorry, excuse me, but another couple weeks. The food is definitely breaking down. The maggots are working on it. I don't like maggots. I don't want maggots in my yard, but the maggots are helping to decompose it. This paper will definitely dry it up. And then I will come back, check it out again, and then I might take some of my red wiggler worms from my worm compost bin and add a few in here to see if that will start to populate the bin and get this to actually start to break down. And one of the things I'm seeing here is the compost bag that was supposed to be able to decompose is just kind of formed a ball in here. So even though they say these bags are compostable, I almost don't think they're a good idea to add to a bin. This is not, I think I'm actually going to take this back out. Even though I put it in a month ago, it is starting to break down, but I'm going to take it out. It's not a good thing. It's kind of wadding up and just leaving a mess in the middle of the bin. And then we just need to, I'm just going to mix the paper all in here. Kind of chop this up. I'm not giving up on this, okay? I'm not giving up on this. I have a worm bin, and I really do believe that if I can get this going with the right balance, this could be a good thing. The rats have not gotten into it, so this is the most important goal here. The rats did not mess with this at all. No chew marks, but the maggots got in, so that's not good. So what we want to do, dry this up, wait another month, say, until it's way balanced out. Then I'll come back, and if we can't get worms to come in naturally, I'll add some of my own compost worms from my compost bin and see if we can get this thing going the proper way. I'm putting the lid back on here. There we go. And let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this one, it's hard to see because this one is so narrow that I can't even get a shovel down in here, which means, lucky me, I get to put my hand in and pull things out. Here's the banana peel. Hopefully I see ants in here. I'm going to go see if I can find, I have a grandson who gardens. I'll see if I can find his little baby shovel. Okay, I have my grandson's little shovel here. I'm going to dig down and see. I have to put my hand in here. Okay. It's also really wet. So the worms aren't going to like all the wetness. So even though I know I have worms in this bin, in this strawberry bin, they're not in here at all. Not that I can see. And again, this is overly wet. It's overly moist. So again, in goes the paper. I'm going to add my browns. I'm going to work on getting this balanced. And it looks like I'm going to have to add my own worms into these little bins so they do not just magically draw worms. At least these ones have not, which is disappointing. I'm not seeing worms even way down at the bottom where I would think I would see some if there were any in here. And like I said before, worms love bananas. So if the worms were here, I would see them in this, and I don't. They would be right in here in my bananas. And the only thing I'm seeing in here is ants. So far, I would say this is not a successful test. Okay. Huh. Okay. Going to put a little bit more paper in here. Okay. And I'll put the lid back on.